No, wait, shit, I'm not ready! Youkosaur! Wait, my arms can't do that. That's not allowed. Hi everyone! I am a little bit to the side. Hold on. Okay, no. Okay, espera. Okay, that should be good. Hi! Hi! Hello, there's Miss Streamer. Can we ban this individual? Ban what? What's happening? Are you guys fighting because of the other duel where you lost? You lost another 200! I see it! You guys are losing a lot of gold here in chat. We're alive. Yeah! Hi, Youkosaur! He's a cheater, is what's happening. Yeah, that's a lot of coincidence. How did you manage to win twice in a row? 200 with Clog on another Misericorde stream. That is very sus, if I do say so myself. Why am I spazzing out? Wait, hold on. I am being recognized by my phone. Yes, not by my webcam. You see this crisp quality of camera? Still wanna make a new rigging, a new model, and a new rigging. I don't feel like rigging this model anymore. I'd rather just make a new one. Also, very important thing before we start. I realized I can raise the volume of my mic on advanced properties of OBS. And so here's the thing. I raised my volume to 280% to make sure I was being heard properly. And I feel like, well, at least I recorded myself, and I feel like I'm being heard a lot better than on my last stream. At least I don't feel like I'm inside of a box. Can I stop spazzing out? Hold up. Okay. We're tracking again. We're tracking again. I should not be spazzing. This doesn't make any sense. Have the power of God and enemy on my side, you heathen. If you do hear ear bass boost, I'll throw a nun at you. I mean, I will not hear it. You will be the one to hear it. What's wrong with my tracking? This is some bullshit. Can I put my phone upside down, maybe? Will it work better? It will not work! Oh my god, it's gonna... Chaos. Chaos. Left is left. Right is right. Up is down. Down is crash. Old meme. Old meme, I was remembering. How do I remove this? Delete. Okay. Recalibration required. Guys, be serious. Am I sounding too loud? Is my voice being distorted? Because I made the test myself and I couldn't hear it. Before I can slip into the actual game, I would like to know that. No distortion on my end. Alright, thank you, Clog. Slots. Yeah. Catch this, you fools. Right, then I guess I can go to the game. It's my first time doing a gorilla stream where it's not scheduled. I feel like I'm streaming for the first time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh. Yeah, I'm streaming for the first time again. Like I never streamed before. Opera, BGM off, music on. Either way, I finished Ruri Rocks today. When does the Diana Fossil cameo happen? What is that? Is that a fossil game? Ruri Rocks? Jurassic Rocks? Maybe? I don't know that. Okay, one thing. This needs to stop moving. My tits! I knew I forgot something. Oh, shit. Nunday Sunday. Oh wait, now it's Nunday Monday! You've been bamboozled. Control Shift F9. No, Control Alt F9. Hi. I'm gonna put chat on this side. There. This way I can see things on OBS a little bit better. Aha! Look it out. Can I stop doing that? It better not be my webcam acting weird. When I started the stream... Pera. When I started the stream... Oh, it's nice. When I started the stream... Bullshit. When I started VTube Studio, my model was moving by itself. And I don't know how that was happening because I have my webcam face the wall when I'm not streaming. I don't know what kind of ghost it was picking up. But yeah, that was ghostly Diana happening. It's anime with a big lady. With a big lady with a big hammer. Oh, Diana is trying to get out. Maybe she is. Let's see. Let's load. Did I turn BGM off? Yeah, okay. My headaches seem to come from a mix of me trying to project my voice and me forgetting to breathe. So I'll try to remember that. And if you guys see me too quiet for like more than a minute, that might be the reason. I might just be practicing breathing exercises. Please don't think I died or that the unique brain cells stopped working. Pera. Mais para a esquerda, mais para a direita. I was recalibrating again, sorry. I love being a little bit more fluid. The cool air of the hallway hit my face hard after being in the stuffy library for long. Wait. Is the game audio good? I'm just gonna lower on my headset. So I hear it lower. It's almost Spooktober. Yeah, it is! I was thinking, I just lied to you guys when I said that last stream was gonna be last stream with Diana this year until October. I lied. Here I am today. It's good. Thank you, Falcor, for the feedback. Hi, Lexi Youkosaur! How you doing? Get jump scared, idiot! Raptor jump scare. I don't know how many people I jump scared today. I hope I'm also not bothering your usual activities, your daily shenanigans. But if you are here and making me company, I appreciate it. And if I'm making you company while you're at work, I'd be happy too about it. Do your taxes, do your homework, do your schoolwork, do your... What kind of jobs do people do these days? Unless you're working on the supermarket, I don't think you can... I mean, if you're working at the supermarket, I don't think you can watch me right now. That's gonna be a little bit complicated. Today's a work from home day, so I can keep you on screen. I'm happy to hang out. Yippee! I get to hang out with you, yay! Do your taxes, Lexi. No, I mean, do your programming, Lexi. Programming. Woo. Okay, sorry. Time to continue the story. Last stream, we were on the library on our first work day with Eustace, the library nerd, who is a bit jealous that I like to hang out with Darcy. Maybe, that's just my personal bias. And we had a little bit of a discussion because of Catherine that had died. We were a little bit tense, but I think things solved out and I managed to write a little of my chronicler work. I could feel the damp patches around my eyes and cheeks where my tears had been drying. I wiped my face with my sleeve to try to erase any lingering evidence. Oh, fancy running into here. Oh no, Moira! Oh no! I love Moira. Print. Are those chicken nuggets? I'm so piled on junk food. I thought these were chicken nuggets and this was some big jar of sauce. My god. Moira was standing just down the hall, carrying a tray adorned with a small pitcher and some sliced rye. I don't know what that is. Looks like bread to me. Big eyes, cute eyes. Oh, I was just on my way to bring you and Eustace some nuncheon. Oh my god, we get to eat nun stew here? Okay, nuncheon. I mean, I'll take it. Nuncheon? Oh, of course, you wouldn't have had that before. It's just a snack between meals. Ah, it's just a snack. Is that allowed? Allowed, of course. Why wouldn't it be? I looked side to side nervously for what, I'm not really sure, A disapproving superior or worse, Angela? Oh my god, girl really needed to get out of that cell. Moira chuckled again and set the tray down on her stone railing overlooking the cloister and then gestured for me to join her. The little pitcher was full of wine. Ah, the pitcher is like the jar, okay. Little pitcher was full of wine and there were pieces of crumbly cheese mixed with the slices of bread. That's nuggets without the chicken. Cheese nuggets. Yeah, deep fried chicken nuggets. Without chicken, but just the cheese. Yes. You can dip the bread in the wine if you like. Dip the... Alright. Ew, I don't like wine. But I will dip my fries in the McFlurry. Now that's tasty. I picked up a piece of bread and dunked it into the pitcher. The wine turned it quite an odd color. The wine turned it quite an odd color and reminded me a bit of bile on flagstone, but I resisted lingering on it for too long and popped it into my mouth. That's quite nice, actually. It's called sops. Everyone here loves it, more or less. And the cheese? Goat cheese. Oh no, goat. From one of the ones Darcy takes care of. I tried a piece. It was also delicious. Ah, okay, it's separated, alright. What kind of command was that, Ape? This might be a silly question. All this food, is it different from what I was served? I took all my meals in my cell, but I don't remember any of it tasting quite this, well, good. Well, we do a lot of cooking with ingredients from the stores and the pantry, and we have to make things last. Maybe you just got unlucky most of the time? Things don't always taste this fresh. Or maybe, well... Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that maybe it tastes so much better because you're not on your cell anymore. Yeah, she do have a point. I don't understand. Oh, a clip! Thank you, Falcor. Moira took a piece of cheese and chewed it thoughtfully. A new lease on life and all that. Nothing tastes better than freedom. Hi, Henalty! Youkosaur! Henalty, do your taxes. Ooh, work! Ooh, invoices! I'm taking the opportunity to joke since I'm probably being background noise to people working at the moment. Chill. Job! Oh my god, don't say that. My first instinct was to chide Moira. What is that? Like, shame? Moira for this comment, but I resisted. Instead, I chose to act the part and say something I imagined someone who belonged in this group of women might say. Is your mic louder today? Yes! I was just saying that I discovered that I can go beyond 100% volume on OBS. You know how we were playing on Abiotic Factor yesterday and Discord has no problems with my mic? For some reason, OBS has. And I went to Advanced Properties and put the microphone volume to 280%! And now everyone can hear me even if I mumble. At least I hope so. Well, yeah, my microphone is a lot louder today, but it's also... OBS says it's always in the red, most of the time. And I don't mean the top red line, I mean constant red, like the whole bar is red. The most time I speak. And this one is to go even further beyond. Infinity and beyond! Ah! I mean, I also tried to scream. But it's not that bad. I still have the limiter filters. The limiter and the 3-band equalizer to balance out my highs and lows. The highs will be a bit lower and my lowers will be a bit higher. Noise gate is the same. The only thing I didn't do anymore since a few streams is the noise gate. I only have the low quality noise suppression. But yeah, feedback is really appreciated. If you guys want to tell me if I sound too loud or too low, or I sound like I'm hitting the mic or something. Yeah, I appreciate it because I record and I hear on my headset, but every time I go hear my voice, I hear them without my headset and I always feel like I'm sounding a bit too low. Yay, improvement for Diana! Hedwig says, I would imagine Catherine disagrees that we're free up here. I suppose by that logic. Eating outside the monastery would taste even better. I was actually going to say that a king's food must taste impossibly good. What's she talking about? I don't get it. I was on my way to that conclusion as well, although I think we might have been approaching it from different angles. I honestly thought that Hedwig was gonna be angry because Moira said, food tastes better because you're not on jail. On jail anymore, I mean on your cell. And from what I've understood, Hedwig got a bit hurt because that cell was her comfort and her life. As in her den was not something good in Moira's eyes. And I thought she got mad because of it. Maybe I misunderstood it. I like my interpretation better. But I like the way you think. We should plan a picnic sometime. You and me. We should propose it to the superior. Oh my god, girl, I thought you were gonna propose like... Wait, not this. I thought you were gonna propose for real or something. Oh, Sunny, why are you grumpy? That's a lovely idea. Moira clasped my hands in hers and beamed. Oh, what fun it always is to have someone new here. I have a friend. She let me go and lifted up the tray again. I must be getting the rest of this to Istus. Where are you off to next, busy bee? Stop! I'm not sure, actually. I felt like I should sort of make the rounds, so to speak. Get to know what everyone does around here. Do you think Lebkuchen would thrive here or die? I mean, I think she would be better here than at Kiefercord. Not Kiefercord, my bad, that's the Discord server! How is it? Oh my god, did I forget the name of the city? Kieferberg! Yes, at Kieferberg! I think she would be better here than at Kieferberg because of all the old Johans in the city. Wait, 0%? What are you guys talking about? What? Let me go back. Exactly 0 Elise. 0% Elise content in this nunnery. Yeah, I think she would also be a bit sad because no Elise. I mean, she could have other friends, but no Elise is a little bit sad. Let me see, how do I stop this? Okay. Oh yeah, doing the rounds. Grand, Darcy and Charity are busy in the kitchens right now, I think. But I'm sure they wouldn't mind you poking your head in. I'm supposed to make a sort of Irish Scottish accent, whatever I can do best for Moira, but every time I try it just comes out British and I feel so bad for it, I just don't do it anymore. Not until my balls grow back. I'm sure someone's in the cellars around now if you want to learn about the wine. Oh, so many options. Go for it and explore, I say. Explore I shall! I smiled and bowed my head, and then excused myself to head downstairs. I selfishly opted against bothering the cooks while they were busy with something I'd be eating later, and instead headed towards the stairs. Oh, I hope we don't find, what's her name? Margaret? The younger girl! The one that's really mean! I don't like her! Forgot her name. I would had said you had remained in the Youkosaur pose for the forearms none. Did I forget my arms? No, my arms are in place. Wood had said that you remained in the Youkosaur pose for the forearm nun meme. Guys, is Falcor fucking with me and my memory? Because I don't remember having my arms up for this whole time. Also, is my phone still charging? Yeah, 45%. Let's go! I made my way down to the cloister and through the downstairs hall. I decided that I might poke my head into the undercroft. Lara Undercroft? I don't know what that means. Catherine. Well, look who it is. Hello, Hedwig. No, wait! Margaret is this one! No! Not the other one! I mean the teen with the bad attitude that we found in the wine cellar. Hello? Done with chronicling already? Yes, actually. Well, there wasn't much to write about yesterday, really. Wasn't there? Did you make sure to immortalize your grand prank? Either I write like shit or Diana isn't reading well. Well, probably both. Yeah, probably both. What the fuck are you talking about, Falcor? Please. Ah, this is punishment. Alright. Fine. Pera. I watered this a little bit like dirt today. This is not what I was expecting. This bottle is not new. We didn't this like this before. It might be because this one has a hole on it. Okay. Yeah, I have a water bottle with a hole on the top of the lid for watering plants. And I didn't see and I filled it. Yay! Special water bottle. Did you make sure to immortalize your grand prank? No. Really now, I'm surprised. I would have thought that was the whole point. Yes, how else will anyone know it happened? Yeah. Well, I mostly wrote about the important things, the services, the meals, and so on. Those are important things? Huh. Give yourself a little credit, Hedwig. I'll add it in tomorrow, perhaps. You should! Otherwise, we'll all forget about it eventually. Or pretend we forgot about it. That's right. In war, one must keep score, or so Adela keeps telling me. Adela? Which one is Adela? War? It was just so you could keep your arms up and have 4 arms. I don't get it! Falcor, I don't get it. I'm sorry. Relax, we're definitely not planning a counterattack to your door prank. Oh no, they are. I'm so cooked. I'm gonna get pranked so bad. I would be able to tell if it's another apparition or just a prank. Nice. Yes, we've just been discussing fate and whatnot. The Nicene Creed. And its many subtleties. What? I'm sorry, Falcor, don't be mad. I can't pick up from previous texts if they are like a bit far. I forget easily. Oh, how interesting. Which ones? Which subtleties? And they the silence, they don't know what they're talking about. Filioque. Ah, that's, I suppose I wouldn't count that as a subtlety. That would be my contribution. Why, no. Ow. I couldn't agree more, Hedwig. Catherine getting slapped is so funny. I have a habit of understanding things for effect. You understand. Naturally. What are these girls talking about? I don't get it. The pair smiled at me, and I could sense they were politely ushering me onward so they could continue whatever conversation they'd actually been having. Ah, yes. She has a habit, I get it. Oh! Wait! How do I... Pera. How did I click on story before? I decided to press a little further, however. Ah, here. I have a habit of understanding things. Okay, she's funny. If they put it like in bold or italic, maybe I would have understood the joke. Getting the tone like this, it's hard. What have you two been up to today? Hedwig, that's private. I decided that I'd see what the other work around here is like, since I finished so early. Don't know if that was an intentional joke. Oh, it would be. It would be a fun joke. Well, there isn't exactly much almoning to do up on this hill, so I've been helping out in the cellars. Girl, are you making almond milk? Are you milking those almonds? Almoning. That might be helping or something. Oh, what have you been doing? Catherine and Margaret, it changed the glass. It's funny because they don't even look at each other. This, more or less. Not to sound like our dear friend Eustace, but that's euphemism. Euphemism. Pardon? Well, not entirely. If something needs lifting, if something needs lifting, they'll shout. They being Martha and Flora. Ah, yes, it's Flora. I hate that bitch. Typically, yes. But more often than not around here, helping in the cellars really just means, well, nothing. They're just loitering about, like doing nothing. Great, peak. I want their job. I wanna do nothing. Standing around, gossiping, wandering around the cloister for a bit. Damn, what did Flora do? She's a bitch! She was very mean to me when I went to the cellar. You gotta see like 2 streams ago, I think. And the superior doesn't mind this? Now, steady on. We wouldn't be telling you this if we thought you'd blabber on to her about it. They are the bad girls at school who do nothing and go out of class to just walk on the hallways and do nothing. Can I go to the bathroom or toilet, restroom, whatever? And they walk the whole school Skyrim style. I won't. I was just worried you might get in trouble. It's never really been much of an issue. Soup can't be everywhere. Soup. And let's keep it that way, alright? Of course. Lovely, I knew you could be trusted. Sneaky. I've always said I had a good feeling about her, haven't I, Catherine? That's right, she has. I couldn't help but be filled with a gush of pride at this remark, but did my utmost to tamp it down. I know how you feel, girl. Well then, I'll just leave you to do your important work, shall I? Until next time. See you at luncheon, Hedwig. I parted with a gracious smile and walked toward the corridor of barrels I had found Annelle and Flora in the day before. Ah, Martha. Okay, Martha is Hosho Marine. I don't know, can you guys see her today? Yeah, she looks like that caricature of old Hosho Marine. I can't unsee it, sorry. Martha was standing next to an open cask. She was holding a wooden ladle, looking thoughtfully. Ah, Hedwig. Finished upstairs already? Yes, I am. I felt it'd be nice to get to know everyone's job a little better. Smart girl. Flora could learn a thing or two from you. I love you, Grandma. I heard that. Flora's voice echoed from deep within the rows of barrels. Oh, shit. Pera. I got this. I heard that! I wanted to use my little echo filter just once. Good! I have her check inventory sometimes, especially if she's been acting up. Ah, you do good, Martha, you do good. I see. The barrel open in front of Martha smelled absolutely putrid. Ew. Nonetheless, she dipped her ladle into the dark liquid and raised it to her lips, sipping gently and furrowing her brow thoughtfully. Girl, you're gonna die. You don't have much left to live for. Please don't drink this putrid shit. Is it supposed to smell like that? Truth be told, I haven't a clue. This is a slightly different kind of wine that I'm used to. I must confess, I did not know there were different kinds. It's sherry with an S. Sherry. I did not forget my filter, did I? No, I didn't leave the oven on. Okay. Adela pestered me to try making it the moment she arrived at the abbey. Fuck, which one is Adela again? Goodness, she must be very peculiar. She has expensive tastes, yes. We had to get a fancy new distiller set up in the workshop just to try making it. The abbey could afford that? I was just talking to Eustace about her acquisition budget. I try not to think about money most of the time, to tell you the truth. But I've heard the Superior has access to more than you'd expect. Oh my god. I suppose I wouldn't really know what to expect. Isn't that wrong though? If it is true, it would certainly mean this abbey is stuck in an unlikely, unfortunate position of having a lot of charity to give and no one to give it to. I'd urge you to quell any Cistercian tendencies. I'm not sure the church could withstand another order fracturing. What does all of this mean? Martha took another whiff of the unfinished wine in her spoon. She wrinkled her nose and emptied the spoon back into the barrel. Alexi, thank you for subbing! I see Palbot. Palbot said something, so I see it in chat. Why is it that sometimes Palbot sees things happening, but Streamlabs, the notifications, don't see anything? Kinda silly. Anyhow, there is little use in speculating on speculations. Ah yes, the floor is made out of floor. We have a distiller, and all I need to worry about is making sure my sherry isn't a disaster. I think you're late on that. Would you be a dear and find Adela? I need her to tell me if I'm on the right track with this. Girl, she's gonna kill Adela. Of course, where would she be at this time of the day? She does this and that, so I haven't a clue, to tell you the truth. I'm just too old to be given the run around. Ah, I understand, I'll find her. I bowed my head and left the way I'd come. It turned out I didn't have to go very far. After jogging back up the stairs to the cloister, I decided to check the gardens, where I found Adela and Darcy tending to a row of vegetables. Adela! Yay! I like Adela. She's the chess maniac. Hedwig, hello! Hiya. Hello, Martha. No, hello, Martha, actually. God damn it, I just memorized her name again. Hello, Martha actually asked me to find you, Adela. Is she meddling with the cherry again? She's going to ruin it, I swear! Oh, be careful. Ego autem dico vobis, non jurare omnino, nece per caelu. Something about not judging others, I think. Others, I don't know, I don't speak Latin. Cherry is very important and delicate. For cherry, I will swear. Swearing is not permitted in this medieval age. Okay. Great vegetables. Fair enough. Goodbye, my friends. I'll speak to you again once I walloped some sense into Sister Martha. Uh-oh. Beef is gonna happen. With words, Hedwig. Do not worry. Okay. The old word wallop. That is correct. I would never hit anyone, although over sherry. No, that's not funny. It is a little funny. Ah, Sunny, calma. Ah, pera.
Welcome.
Unfortunately, now that I'm a little bit louder, Sunny is also a little bit louder. I just put him outside of the living room, but still you might be able to hear him well. It is a little funny. Because really, I would not. And that's what makes it funny, to say you would. I get it. I suppose we have very different senses of humor. Adela gave a little approving nod to Darcy, and then turned to leave. Would you mind helping me finish what she was helping me with? Of course. What can I do? Pick the rest of these carrots with me and put them in the box. Carrots! Hide these from the horse girls in chat. She pointed at the wooden crate half filled with plump, reddish vegetables. Nah, carrots are orange. Alright then, do I just... You gotta push them down and yank them out like this. Darcy flopped to her knees and gripped a clump of green stems that were poking up out of the soil. She pointed at the little purple mound poking out of the dirt. What's this? Oh my god, that's a lot of carrots. She pressed the carrot into the earth and then pulled it out of the ground with remarkable ease, then tossed it several yards into the crate. Hole in one! It's easy. You try. I asked for no pickles and they gave me the fucking pickle pounder. What the fuck is this bullshit? What is this reference to, Clog? I don't get it. Did I miss something in chat? Pickles, the vegetables. Bow bow. Bow bow, lots of bow bows in chat. I knelt down gingerly in the soil, a little apprehensive about getting my frock dirty. I rummaged around in the nearest patch of greens and traced my finger down the stem until I uncovered the top of a carrot and pressed. Nothing happened. Press harder! I gave it my all. The resistance finally broke after a few difficult seconds, and I nearly fell face first into the carrot patch. Oh! There you go! Now pull it out! I didn't know you had to push carrots in order to pull them. I regained my composure and removed the carrot from the earth quite easily. Why does that work? You're breaking up some of the little roots holding it in place. Ah, and Darcy always is holding a concussion of some sort. That's miraculous. I would never would have guessed. It just works. Plants are wonderful. Yeah, especially the green ones with 5 leaves. A little bit spiky, you can smoke them. I mean, what? Thank God for plants. She continued harvesting carrots and I followed suit. Also, amen, thank God for plants. I love plants. There's certainly a lot more. We need as much food as we can get before winter starts. And carrots are good in everything. Ay, cabron! I need water. Fine. Thank you for the hydrate! Ow! I hit my phone. Am I still in place? Yeah, it seems so. I hadn't thought about that. What else do you grow for winter? Peas, sprouts, grass, parsnips. Goodness! Leeks, celeriac, beans, beets. And you take care of all of it? With help. But yes, I do. Remarkable. That's very admirable. I like to help. And when people help me help, well, that's a very good feeling indeed. I picked up the pace a little, slightly more confident about my carrot pulling abilities all of a sudden. And you tend to animals as well? Yes. You've certainly got a lot of responsibilities. There actually are not that many animals. I think even just a few ducks might be too much for me to handle. Farming leveled up. The ducks are friendly, so that helps. Other than that, We just have sheep, and that's a shared responsibility. Really? With who? A man from the village spends some time up here in a little house and helps with the sheep. I didn't know there were others living up on the hill with us. Oh my god, strangers. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, no, no, not in my murder visual novel. No, 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 no. On this hill, just him. And he is a bit of a walk from us. Okay, so it's on the hill, not exactly in the convent. It was strange having a more in-depth conversation with Darcy. Her odd manner of speaking, I must confess, had belied the thoughtfulness with which she listened and responded. Her words came thick and slow like treacle, and sometimes it felt like any emotion they carried were delayed. I think she just looks high all the time. Nonetheless, it was clear that she was lucid and intelligent, just as much as if not more so than everyone else I had spent time with so far at the convent. True, he's very smart. Ah, okay, Clog was making a Uma Musume joke about the pickles and the burger. Grrr, Uma Musume, I need more pals to get into Kemono Friends. Grrr, too many Uma Musume fans. Ow, 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 ow! Do not pet me! Ow, 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 ow! Wonder Waffle Youkosaur, I'm sorry, the biting was not directed at anyone specifically. I was just angry because there are some pals in chat who still haven't watched Kemono Friends, and yet they love to talk about Uma Musume. And I feel like that's uma afronta. I don't know how to say that in English. It's like, it's provoking, as so to say. So I picked my next questions carefully. Ah yes, Darcy is very smart, we know that. It was a rare privilege to see you in the process of having a vision yesterday. Oh, right, yes. Was it now? I wonder who! Where is he? I wonder which filho da puta didn't watch Kemono Friends yet and still only talks about Uma Musume. And then they say, I don't watch anime lately. I'm scared of anime woman. Ah, yes, that's a beautiful and powerful thing. I wish I could remember them. Eustace writes them down for you, doesn't she? Yes, but that's not the same. I do appreciate her doing that, but I wish I could keep track of them myself. You don't remember them at all afterwards? Not at all. You know, the one you had yesterday was rather prophetic. Oh, really? Yes. I mean, fire, goat. It was perfectly accurate. I predicted your prank? Darcy. Would you believe me if I told you that that wasn't a practical joke I came up with? That I really saw a monster of some sort? And a goat? Probably not, but go on. I promise you I did. Well, you know me, I do think this place is haunted, but I'm not sure I've seen anything like that. It's a little haunted here, but not goat sacrifice haunted. So that would be strange. I suppose a practical joke is more plausible. But if it wasn't your prank, whose could it have been? Well, that's just the thing. I don't know. An idea came to me in a flash. Do you think I could read Eustace's full journal about yesterday's vision? Perhaps there had been some other clue written down in there that I had missed. Something that could help me determine what had really happened. Or at the very least, comfort me with the knowledge that I was not truly being pursued by ghosts or devils. Don't know. You'd have to ask her. Really? It's your vision. It's Ista's writing. Fair enough. Ah, shit, here we go again to the library. Back to Eustace. There was a long pause. That was the end of the matter, evidently. So, does the Abbey keep any goats? No goats, just sheep and ducks. I was just curious, honestly. I was under the impression that goats were common fixtures at abbeys. The same books that had led me to assume that the abbey I lived in would follow some sort of structural plan had also painted a rather specific picture of their inhabitants. Yeah, girl, you throw your expectations down the window. Forget about them. Not having any goats to tend to was at least not as egregious as condensing the hours. You're still pissed about it. But it did complicate my understanding of what I had seen the night prior. Then again, I suppose Darcy would have noticed if the goat had gone missing. Would you like to meet one? Meet a goat? Yes, because I can probably arrange that if you want to see a goat. They are very sweet and funny. I don't think I agree with that. Last time I saw a goat, it chewed on my sleeve and took a big hole out of it, and I had to get Moira to sew it back up. And then I had one sleeve with a slightly less fabric than the other sleeve, so it looked funny. That does sound very fun. But no, I was actually curious because if I had seen a goat, where would it have come from? An impish grin crept over Darcy's face as she loaded carrots into the crate. I think I know where this is going. You've been having me on a bit, haven't you? We're working on a new practical joke. No! Oh shit, I'm fucked. My country is filled everywhere with abandoned underground tunnels made by nuns so they could go see men. Random info dumping, but okay. If I were a nun in the underground tunnels, I don't know if I would see men though, but good for them, I mean, who needs men with a coven full of women, I guess? The nunnels, if you will! See, I knew you had to be joking when you said you saw a goat, because there are no goats here, so you couldn't have seen one. But if you wanted to really get your hands on one for a new prank... Sister Hedwig. Shit! Oh my god, she looked very pregnant right now in her silhouette. What? Oh my god, I'm so blind. I whipped around to see Angela looming over the vegetable patch, looking as icy as ever. Darcy, are we cooked? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with her silhouette. I think I can tell what's going on. So like, pera. So these are her hips, and this is her other hip, and she's kinda tilted. If you see this line, this is the structure line. Down there you will meet her feet. But only drawing I can explain this better. Wide whips and a call, yes. Yes, Sister Angela. You are meant to be working in the library today. Instead, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, you wanted something from me? Oh, yeah, yes, I finished my work earlier. I always wondered how the fuck they made those tunnels, because they're claustrophobically thin and go away too far from the church. Well, anything for love or drugs, or who knows what else was going on there. You never know. I'm sure you must have done a superlative job. The Superior wishes to speak to you before luncheon. Ah, you're jealous because I get to talk to the soup, and you don't. I could taste the poison in those words, and I almost enjoyed it. Almost. I'm sure she just wants to know how my first day of real work went. I was just helping Darcy with the carrots, and then I'll be on my way. I am to take you to her now. Ah, shit. I stood up, brushing my hands off on my robe. I think I know my way to her office if you'd like to exchange places. No, I don't think so. I was given a job to do. Ah, yes. Well, I was too. Oh, you're taking orders from Darcy now? It wasn't really an order. It's alright, Hedwig. I can take it from here. Wonderful. Let us be going then. Wow, she's a bitch. I hope she trips and falls. I tossed Darcy an apologetic glance that I hoped she caught as I followed Angela away from the garden. Yeah, I was. Sorry, I hope my coughing is not too loud today because of the new mic settings. Um, I was like helping my friend slash work colleague, and Angela just doesn't give a shit about it anymore. Simple. God supports Yuri. True. Preach. Amen. We walked in silence to the superior's office. Angela's presence usually made me feel meek, but something about helping Darcy had given me a small boost of confidence. I spent the walk imagining several witty and biting things I could say to Angela if she happened to speak. Ah, yes, the so recurring imaginary arguments that go in our hands when we are very mad about something. Getting ready for that discussion in the shower, you know? The shampoo bottles would be proud of our responses. You know what I'm talking about. Take a shower afterwards, it mostly helps you find the right words. Yes, Clark! She did it, of course. Not until we arrived at the superior's door. Well, have a productive meeting. She made a show of turning on her heel and marching away briskly. Fall, 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 trip and fall. I thought of a few more clever things I could have said before clearing my mind as best as I could, and knocked on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Oh, my dog. No, my dog. No, he did. Okay. Every time I knock on the door or the doorbell rings, he gets in panic. Fui eu, Sonny. Tá tudo bem. After yesterday's argument with the superior, I had resolved to be as polite and demure as possible. Very polite, very demure. I would speak to the superior with the respect her station demanded, and I would save any pissiness for an imagined sister Angela. The door swung open and the superior ushered me inside. We exchanged basic pleasantries before diving right into the heart of the matter. How was your first day at working? Your first day of working at the library? Would have been really freaky if it was that special knock you can actually hear, as if it were real. Ah, yeah, the knock on the game. I couldn't really hear because because I'm reading so much. I have the volume low. How was your first day of working in the library? By the way, is the sound good for the BGM? It feels like it's a little low compared to my regular BGM, so I'm putting it like here. So it's around the same volume as my the silly music I have on the BGM. How's your first day of working in the library? It was more tumultuous than I expected, Your Reverence. Really now? I wouldn't have expected Eustace to be particularly difficult. A particularly difficult person for you to work with. I suppose I have a lot to live up to. Everyone's expectations make me nervous. I sympathize. Try not to let it bother you. However, try not to let it bother you, however. The most important expectations here are mine. Yes, Your Highness. I mean, Your Reverence. Try not to be nervous. You are performing admirably for me so far. Of course, Your Reverence. There's no need to overcorrect for your insolent outburst yesterday. Speak to me as you would anyone else. Yes, Yes, boss. I bowed my head a little. Truth be told, I was getting increasingly frustrated with how arbitrary every little application of tradition around here was. Yes, the rules are too unwritten for Hedwig. I was being admonished for speaking properly now, after I had been so rude. Honestly, I know that feeling. Some people can't make up their minds. Anyway, we are going to take a little walk. Walkies! Right now? Yes, it's time you meet the accused. Won't it be fairly obvious that we're gone? Everyone else will be busy finishing their morning work or preparing luncheon, outside of creeping away to the hospitalum in the dead of the night. There's no time like the present for us to leave unannounced. I see. The idea did not thrill me. Then again, speaking with James had been my idea in the first place, so I had little room to object. Does anyone else know? Of course not. She opened the door and held it for me. In the best circumstances at this point in time, the the abbey felt strange and alien to me still. Knowing that we were attempting to slip out without anyone noticing, however, made the place feel actively hostile. Solid snake music. I jumped at every mid-morning shadow and held my breath passing every blind corner, even though the superior walked ahead of me. The building seemed to be more disrepaired the further from the cloister we got. Oh my god, wait, I am... my back. The wall protecting this side of the abbey was downright shabby. The bricks lay in grass and moss was bursting out of the mortar. What kind of wall is this? Is a hospitalum not part of the abbey? It was built much farther away than is useful, I must say. Are you all right? You're a bit pale. It had just struck me that I was about to leave the confines of the abbey, hardly a day after being ripped from my cell. Oh my god, I can't take this anymore. This is too much outside. Compared to my organized existence in that small room, the corridors and cloister already felt like a whole new world. Stepping beyond these walls felt like a whole new level of transgression. I'm alright. Oh my god. Woo! Oh. Is this another chapter or Misericorde Healist? No? Is this not another chapter? Let me save here. Either way. If nothing else, it was quite beautiful out here. Ah yeah, mountains, hills. From here I could see that thick fog encircled the tor the abbey was built upon, almost as if it were nestled in the eye of a great storm. A lake! Down the steep hill, I could just barely make out the nearest village. The little buildings were situated on the edge of a lake so large that it disappeared in the mist. Where's the little buildings? I don't see anything. We're so far from the village. It's rather strange. Truthfully, what isn't strange around here? True, but even the architecture is not what I would have expected. I had noticed, actually, that the abbey's buildings don't quite line up with St. Gal's plan. Also, the music is a bit too loud now. Okay. Or the Romanesque plan. Our abbey was built in somewhat curious circumstances, I am told. I would believe it. It was evidently not laid out by a master architect. Do you have any idea why? Because it would have cost a great deal more money to build it properly, I suspect. Money is no object when it comes to the houses of worship, surely. That is, sadly, not how it works. Often, it falls to a generous benefactor to fund a new community. The great halls of Kirkstall, for example, were paid for by a lord. Bungay Priory was paid for by a countess. Misericorde, well, I'd like to know, to tell you the truth. We don't know the story. You don't know who actually funded this place? No, I'm not the first abbess and hopefully not the last. The history of our community has not been particularly well recorded. Oh my god, it's my time to shine! I hope you can improve that once we are free from this foul mystery. I turned to look at the monastery from a distance. Ah, let me take a pic. Interesting. I'm gonna see if it's a real place on Google. I wanna visit famous Misericorde reference in real life. I turned to look at the monastery from a distance. Even from afar, I could see that it was fairly dilapidated, oddly situated, and altogether somewhat crooked. How old is it? I'm afraid I don't know that either. Monasteries serve many purposes. Wayhouses, centers of learning and study, beacons of spiritual guidance for local communities. I was gonna say places to hide from war, maybe? Limberry is none of these. I would quite like to see it become one day. Another reason our mission is of the utmost importance. This place is falling apart, Sister Hedwig. I understand. The superior nodded, and we continued walking to the hospitalum. What is the hospitalum? Oh, my fucking pillows. Okay. Hello? Oh, I needed to click. Ah, hi! Little house! So cute. The hospitalum was an odd little building. This is like the nursery room when you're sick, right? It looked like a piece of the chapel that had been broken off and placed in the middle of the field, with nothing but a beaten path indicating that it was meant to be part of a larger community. Yes. Interesting. Yeah. I wonder if it has like an attic by the construction of it. Just a little house. It's exactly the kind of house that I would like draw in MS Paint when I was little. This was somewhat relief. I was somewhat relieved that it was not readily visible until we had crested a small hillock during our walk. We did not go in through the front door. Oh. Instead, the superior bade me follow her around to the back of the building to a smaller door. I could see a hole where the wall of the building met the ground as we walked past. This really was a haphazardly constructed place. Oh my god. The doors are all over the place. Or maybe the front door is blocked by something? I don't know. This reminds me of Tiny Glade though. I almost want to build this little house there. Just a cube and a roof. If this house were a person, it would have one massive forehead. Wow. I bet in Lisbon this house would cost like $2 million or something. For comparison. I saw a joke on Instagram that there was a hole on the ground from the sidewalk. The sidewalk had like holes in it from the those Portuguese stones that people use for the sidewalk. I forgot the name of that stone in English, but they were like, you see this hole in Lisbon. This is like a 0 room building apartment with 900 euros or something for rent. The fucking hole would be in Lisbon. 900 euro rent room. The room that actually has no bedrooms. It's like a whole division. Watch the stairs, they're quite steep. She produced the same keyring that had taunted me so when I heard it in my cell. Ding 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 ding! The keys jiggling are my horror sound effect. It's the sound of me losing my freedom, or more like, yeah, the cell was my freedom. Now I'm stuck in the outside. You understand what I mean, right, guys? She produced the same keyring that had taunted me, so when I heard it in my cell, it was impossible not to gasp as the door swung open and I saw what lay inside. A stone staircase led down into what looked like a cellar, only there were iron bars splitting the room in half. It's a boy! Oh my god! First time I'm seeing a not nun character. Aoi, Kazunagi shows up, throws something at me and leaves. What the fuck? Evil, evil. Ow, ow, ow. I jumped as a figure scurried out of the dark corner of this horrible room. He looked panicked, slightly younger than I, to be sure. His clothes were rumpled and his hair was messy. There was putrid stench lingering in the room that I did not want to guess the source of. What the fuck, a man! Yes, I know, right? He looks very uncomfortable, but this is a jail, to be honest. He might have had a boyish charm under better circumstances, but imprisonment had clearly taken its toll. I was struck with a rush of pity when our eyes met. He rushed forward, throwing himself against the bars and gripping them with bloodied fingers. He pressed his fist between them to bring us as close together as he possibly could. Oh, thank God! Step back, boy. If only a little. I couldn't bend these bars. What? Believe me, I tried. Nevertheless. Okay. His eyes darted between the superiors and my own a few times before he relented. Man, jump scare. He took a step back and breathed deeply. He really was a pathetic sight to behold. Ai que susto. Getting notifications. I thought my battery was dying. How much battery? 400. No, 400. 40! 40. This is Sister Hedwig. She would like to ask you some questions. Questions? What bloody questions would you possibly ask? Did you kill Sister Catherine? No, I didn't kill no one. He paused for a moment, looked me up and down, and then turned to the superior. That's it? You've held me here for how long? Had me wait in this shithole while you promised to get me help? And you bring me another nun to ask the same goddamn question I've answered over and over. Have you no shame? Oh my god, he's crying. Let me take a print. Sorry. I'm sorry. If you were, I wouldn't be locked up in here. Hedwig, I'll wait outside. Conduct your questioning with some haste, so we can be back in time for luncheon. What do you want? You sure you did not kill her? You promise? What good is my word? You've already decided. You have no evidence, but neither do I. Well, it would matter to me. The mouth that lies kills the soul, as it is written. Aye, they do. That they do. Are you a God-fearing man? As much as anyone around here is. Then would you promise me you did not kill Catherine? Doesn't matter what I promise. I could Promise me! Stable boy recoiled in shock. I was surprised myself. I had stamped my foot down so hard I had kicked up dust from the filthy cellar floor, and it lingered in the air for a while as the young man and I stared at each other. I promise, I swear to you, I never killed nobody, least of all some poor woman. I believe you. Fantastic. And where does that leave us? I have more questions. Of course you do. Why were you here that night? I made the mail and supplied deliveries sometime from the village. At night? Not usually, no. I had forgotten something. A letter. Saw it laying in the dirt, and I got to the bottom of the hill and came back first thing the next morning to deliver it. What was in the letter? How should I know? I'm no murderer, and I'm no thief either. Of course, that was a silly question. From where I'm standing, all of your questions are worth just the same. I want to get you out of here. I want to help you. You lot keep saying that, but if you wanted to help me, you could just open that door and set me free. Let me go home. I don't have the key. And I could call your bloody superior down and have her do it. I can't. She wouldn't. And how can you help me? This isn't fair. This isn't right. Isn't this a convent? Why do you witches even have a dungeon? You're right though. I mean, it's what I said. This was probably a place built for some war. He raised an honest point. For extreme situations like this, I suppose. Will I ever see a judge? Or do you lot still do the ordeals around here? I don't know. Fat lot of good your help is to me then. I want to prove your innocence. Why was he even there? He forgot to deliver a letter and went back? At night or in the morning? It's kind of confusing. Let me check. The fucking music going from one ear to the other. I love tinnitus. Okay, why were you here that night? I made the mail and supply delivery sometime from the village. Not usually at night. I had forgotten something, a letter. I saw it laying in the dirt when I got to the bottom of the hill. I came back first thing in the morning to deliver it. How should I know? I'm not murderer. Yeah, the letter, okay. So, yeah, we're trying to discover. Wait, who? I want to prove your innocence. Who to? To everyone. Your superior says she believes me as well. If you believe me, that's well and good, but clearly, something else is keeping me here. Who am I meant to answer to instead of a jury? I'll tell you what I think. I don't think you believe me at all, you or her. I think you're keeping me calm before you put me down, like a lame horse. Superior! Mother Superior! The door swung open for a moment. Are you finished? No, I have a question for you, actually. Very well. Why can't we just let him go? I would have thought that was obvious. Justice must be done one way or another, lest we risk open revolt from the other sisters. They want blood one way or another. So what happens next if you don't prove my innocence? The bishop will decide. The bishop?! Yes, he has been informed of the general situation. When he makes his usual visit at the end of the month to deliver the sacraments, he will deal with it, along with any other business. So no matter what, somebody is going to be handed over to him? Yes, and I want it to be the right person. I will wait outside once more for you two to finish up. Do hurry. This is hopeless. You're no constant. Please, help me do my best. Tell me the whole story of the morning you were caught. Don't overlook any details. Very well. I arrived late with that missing letter, and I noticed that the sister I normally hand them off to wasn't where I normally find her. Where is that? The library. She did a lot of writing as far as I know. Did you check anywhere else? Well, I didn't want to overstay my welcome, especially at night. But you went to deliver the letter in the morning or at night, mister? I arrived late with that missing letter. But he said he was gonna deliver the letter first thing in the morning. What? Something's not right. I wouldn't dare poke my head into the dorms, but she wasn't in the misery what's it neither. Who did you end up giving the letter to? I don't know everyone's names. I don't know your name even. It's Hedwig. Sister Hedwig. James Foreman. Wish I could say it was a pleasure. James offered me a grim, humorous smile. I was looking for someone else to give it to for a bit. I don't know the place very well. And you couldn't have just, I don't know, left it on a table somewhere and gone home? Well, that's just it. See, I couldn't. A job halfway done is worse than not done at all, my old man always said. That's very astute. Allow me a little dignity, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was looking around for someone to ask for help, when someone grabbed me and said they'd caught me. I know you don't know anyone's name, but who? Can you describe her? Well, she was stern, I suppose. Beaky, if you excuse me saying. Angela! I knew it! I knew it could be Angela treating someone like this, like, out of nowhere. Yes, I think I remember one of those other calling her that. It's all quite a blur after that, if I'm being honest. I was scared out of my wits as soon as she nabbed me. I would be scared too. What about the blood on your tunic? Blood? What blood? Your tunic was bloodied? That was one of the first things I was told. I left my tunic in the cart. I was only here to deliver a letter. Something is not right. Something is not right, but he arrived late at night and he wanted to deliver first thing in the morning. He says this tunic was not bloodied. Who is the testimony? The witness? Who is the witness to say that he had a bloody tunic? Where did that information come from? Very sus, very interesting. I want to know more. Explain. I hadn't worn my tunic since the day prior. I swear to you, I wasn't wearing no tunic when Angela grabbed me by the ear. We stared at each other in silence for a moment. I wanted to believe him, but that required believing that there was a much deeper conspiration at work than I could have imagined. We were both so still that I could hear the wood above us creaking and bending. It was almost as if the building itself was breathing. Finally, the silence was broke by the door atop the stairs opening. Are you satisfied? We should go back soon. We cannot miss luncheon. Have you seen it? Have you seen my tunic? What is he talking about? His tunic, the one covered in blood. He says he wasn't wearing it in the morning he was found. Impossible. I saw the thing myself. It's ghastly. I swear I wasn't wearing it. It's true, damn you. Someone is lying. I have seen it. It is indeed bloodied. And I can have Eustace pull it out of the storage to show you. However, I'm being betrayed. Set up. Anyone could have gone to my cart and taken it. If you were the only there for a short while, no? Did you pass anyone on your way from the cart to the library? No, I didn't. That is just your word against the bloody tunic. I must say, it's not very convincing. You said you believe me. And I do. But I'm not the one who needs convincing, unfortunately. You are! I hear those keys jingling. Just let me go. You'll never hear from me again. I'll run away. Find another job somewhere. You will do no such thing. Curse both of you then. Some help you are. Is there anyone you know here who you think might have had it out for you? I just can't imagine anyone doing such a horrible thing. No. No? No. Well, that will have to do for now. Hope you learned something useful, Hedwig. For all our sakes. Wait! There's one more thing that may help my cause. Someone can vouch for my not wearing the tunic that morning. Let him speak! Let him speak! Hi, Raja! Youkosaur! Who? Sister Catherine, the other one. I thought you didn't pass anyone the way in? And I also thought you didn't remember anyone's names here in the coven. How come you remember her name? She was in the library when I went up there to find Catherine. The other Catherine, God bless her. Well, it is certainly not much, but it might be a start. Thank you. Mr. Foreman. Has word been sent back down to the village about why I'm gone? Yes. And that's good, I suppose. And have you had any word back? I have not. Shame that. He looked utterly defeated, so much that I could not bear looking at him any longer. Did he not have a family? Like someone there worried about him? That's sad. I made it! Did I miss any Yuri? No! Hi, Copper Mustache Youkosaur! We are making some questions to this guy. Very interesting questions. Some of the information he gives us as the culprit for the murder do not align with some of the information that the abbess has given us. He was not wearing a tunic. He says Catherine with a K is a witness about that. What is this man doing in my game? What a coincidence that the man is the murderer, at least as far as we know. Ma'am, you had me promise you I was telling the truth, and I did. Will you promise to find whoever did this to me? I can't promise that. I can promise what I don't know is possible. Do you promise you'll try? Please? Yes, I promise I will do my utmost. We bowed to the poor young man and headed back up the precarious staircase to the outside world. I dared not turn around to see his expression as we left. I could not bear it. The guy makes me sad too. He's stuck here, possibly innocent. No one in the village came to talk about him. Like, I don't know if he has family or friends or if they don't care about him. So this is what my ex does at the monastery, questioning people. Ugh, sorry, NLT. Please don't bring X talk on my friendly Christian stream. I don't like that kind of conversation. I think that should be the end of the chapter. Is this a chapter for questioning the guy? Like, I feel sorry for him. He said he was going in the first thing in the morning to deliver the letter, but he actually went at night late. He wanted to meet Sister Catherine with a C, and there was nobody there. Suddenly, he got caught by Angela, who said, I caught you, as if you were guilty of something. And he said he wore no bloody cape. But the abbess said she saw the bloody cape. Then how come? The only witness, according to him, is Sister Catherine with a K. The superior and I didn't speak on the walk back to the abbey. I was torn between feeling curious about the wide world I had stepped into and worrying that someone in the stone buildings ahead of us was watching. I half expected an arrow to come sailing over the wall and strike me dead in the chest. However, almost as soon as this gory image crossed my mind, the fog between us and the monastery thickened. I found this comforting, as if I was, perhaps, being watched over by God on my righteous quest. How very silly of me. The thought carried me for a little while, though. Hospitality, chapter completed. I feel a bit empty. Ah! Woman jump scare. Hold up. Okay. This should be a start of a new chapter. Man, I have so many feelings. I don't know what to do with myself. And to prove the innocence of this guy, I don't think he's guilty. I think someone in the coven is lying. Could it be Soup? Could it be Katrine? This is not easy. Me when I see a woman. Open jump scare. Well, how was stream today? I streamed for 1 hour and a half, kind of. I am really struggling. Doing my best. trying not to get that headache that I get when I read too much. At the same time, I haven't been forcing my voice that much. I'm trying to remember to breathe. I think I did well. For a gorilla stream, that is. I think I'm gonna switch scenes now. Yup! Hey, where's my silly BGM? Aha! Silly BGM, my beloved. Well, it's embarrassing, but that should be it for the gorilla stream for today. I was trying to see if I could either today or tomorrow to do a spontaneous stream as I could progress one extra chapter further. And it happened to be today, which is good. Gorilla Dino. I did eat a banana today. The plot thickens. The plot thickens a lot. Oh, the game is so interesting. It's just that I get so tired from reading. Yes, I would have completed the game long ago and given my Steam review long ago, but since I'm streaming it, it takes more time reading it out loud. Embarrassing, bro. That was great. I finally watched a stream after a while and through it all. Oh, you... I'm so glad you could make us company, Anolti. Thank you. Thank you for watching us for so long. I would assume you were busy working and couldn't pay a lot of attention. I mean, we did a whole chapter and I'm happy about it. Here, per se. It is a story, and that's why I wanted my audio to be as good as possible, because it is a story. And I hate the fact that I sound mumbled a lot of times. So I was trying what I do usually before stream. Mess the fuck out of the filters and settings of my microphone, hoping that today's stream will be better. Yep, that's what I do. And I just discovered that I can set the volume to 300% if I want. Or more. I didn't test the limit of it. I wonder what's possible. Yeah, guys. I should see you next Saturday for the usual stream. I don't think I'm gonna be doing another gorilla stream this week since I already managed to do one. A raid? I don't really do raids, Adulty. Because I don't know who to raid. I know raiding is a very Twitch thingy, but it's not a very me thingy. It's not part of my culture a lot because I get there, I don't know what to do. I get raids, I don't know what to do. I feel a little bit embarrassed. I guess people are okay putting their viewers here, but most of the time they don't really care here. So I don't know. Then if I do raid people, I usually feel bad of just going there and leaving. It's just a thing I'm not used to. I love streaming, I love talking to people, but raiding just feels a little bit pointless to me and a little bit too much for my introverted self. I have a raid alert, and I heard that when you get raided, you are supposed to try to keep your audience, like, of the first seconds of the stream. A lot of times, I stream, and I get a raid, and I panic. And if I'm in the middle of something, it's even worse. And so the only thing I'm capable of doing is presenting myself. But I don't remember a pal. I don't remember a single pal that is here today or is usually around here that has come from streaming. So it's from raiding. So I just think it's really pointless networking. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's my opinion. Maybe one day things will change. Maybe one day, but I don't feel like raiding, sorry. Please don't ask me for raiding because I will most likely not do it. Unless I go into the people I'm following here on Twitch and I see people. Even if they are oomfies or people I admire, I feel very conscious about raiding them. I feel like I'm invading their space out of the blue. Yes, I'm throwing my followers and viewers there, but I feel like I should say something. Then I feel bad because I don't really want to talk. I want to rest after the stream. Existential crisis at the end of the stream. God damn it. Well, I'm gonna be seeing you guys on next Saturday, most likely. I have things to draw. I'm still working on the zine project that I'm working on Instagram. And yeah, maybe I can rest a bit for today. I'll see you guys Saturday. Thank you for your company, and I'll see you then. Forearms jump scare. Bye bye.